No leader ever wants to face one. But the really smart ones, they're constantly preparing for it. We're talking about a crisis. So today, we're going to break down its anatomy. What really separates a bad day from a full-blown catastrophe? And more importantly, how you can build the strength to actually weather that storm. All right, let's get right into it.
So, let's start with that big question. What is the difference? I mean, think about it. Your computer system goes down for an hour, that's a bad day, for sure. But a massive data breach that exposes all your customer data? Whoa. Now that is a crisis. And that line between the two, that's exactly what we need to get clear on.
Okay, so first things first, we have to get the fundamentals right. You can't even begin to manage a crisis if you don't know exactly what one looks like.
Let's really zoom in on the keywords here, because they matter a lot. See that phrase, significant threat? That's not just some minor inconvenience. We're talking about something that can cause real, long-term damage. And then there's immediate and comprehensive response. What does that tell you? It means waiting around or just giving a half-hearted effort simply will not cut it. Nope. This is an all-hands-on-deck moment, period.
And that's a really key thing to remember. A crisis isn't this one single, neat little problem. It is not one size fits all. Why? Because the threat can attack totally different parts of an organization. It shows up in all sorts of different ways. And you better believe, each one requires its own unique approach.
You can basically break it down into two main battlefronts, operational and reputational. On one side, you have these operational disruptions. Think about like a fire at a factory, or your entire supply chain just collapsing. That's a direct threat to your ability to do what you do. But then on the other side, you've got these reputational threats. We're talking scandals, ethical blunders. This is a threat to who people think you are. And let me tell you, both can be absolutely devastating, but they demand completely different playbooks.
But regardless of the type, all true crises share a few common and frankly terrifying characteristics. So let's break down their DNA.
Okay, if there's one thing to get from this, is that a crisis is never, ever contained. It's got a broad scope. It just bleeds across different departments. It's constantly evolving, right? The situation at 9 in the morning is a completely different beast by lunchtime. It has a huge impact, hitting your employees, your customers, your investors, everyone. And the whole time, all this is happening under this incredibly intense, totally unforgiving microscope of the media and the public. There's literally nowhere to hide.
And that brings us to a really, really critical concept. A crisis isn't just a single moment in time. It's a process. It's a life cycle with distinct phases.
And you can really see that journey laid out here. It all starts with signals, right? Those small warnings that, let's be honest, are so often ignored. Then, boom, the escalation point, the trigger event that ignites the acute phase, which is just maximum chaos. And then, finally, if you manage to navigate it all, you reach the resolution and that all-important learning phase.
And let's be crystal clear about this. How you respond at each stage of that cycle is, well, it's everything. The final outcome is rarely determined by the crisis itself. It's determined by the chain of decisions you make, the actions you take, and the ones you fail to take at every single step. I mean, this is where leaders are made or broken. Which brings us to the two fundamental paths a response can take.
And you can see that fork in the road so clearly here. The effective response? It's proactive, transparent, and empathetic. You're seeing around corners, you're communicating the truth, even when it's hard, and you're acknowledging the human cost. But an ineffective response? It's always a step behind, it's reactive, it's secretive, and it's defensive, which only destroys trust and basically pours gasoline on the fire.
All of this leads us to what is maybe the most important takeaway of this entire explainer. It's not about if a crisis will happen, it's about when. See, the goal isn't just to make it through the storm. It's to build an organization that can actually emerge stronger, smarter, and more prepared because it was tested. Survival is the absolute minimum. Resilience, that's the true victory.
And I really want you to let this sink in for a moment. Investing in planning, in training, in building a response framework, that is not an expense on a balance sheet. It is the absolute bedrock that ensures your organization can continue to exist when the worst happens.
So, I'll leave you with that question. It's the one thing every leader, every team, and every organization needs to answer long before the sirens ever start to wail. Because in the end, readiness isn't a single action you take. It's a constant state of being.